Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and it's so nice to have you guys here with me today. I have a very exciting announcement today. The announcement is that Miss Sarah, this Mr. Sarah, is going to be joining me on my YouTube channel, which I am so excited about. I have been begging her for a long time, like, please do it with me. I know it would help with consistency and she's just such a fun and exciting person, and we just always have the best time together, and we laugh a lot together, and we're crazy together. So I was like, it'll just be a good time. Share a little bit about yourself with them.
Okay, well, as you all know, my name is Sarah. I am 33 years old. I have two beautiful little girls. Well, one is not so little anymore, she's 13, and my other one is 5. Both February babies. And then I have the most amazing husband. I've literally fell in love with him at 8, and corny little story, so
Tell me that story one day.
married him, and now here we are. I am an insurance agent. I am a Texas girl through and through, born and raised here. I'm a huge daddy's girl. My entire family's here, so obviously this is where I would want to be. I'm also extremely close with my husband's family. I grew up with them. His mom was always like a second mom to me. His dad was always a second dad to me, and so this is obviously where I would want to be, but I would have loved to leave for a little bit and come back.
As long as you come back.
As long as I came back.
Come back.
Yeah.
Oh, I also wanted you to tell them about how life was like for you growing up, like from a fitness aspect. Like, were you slim your whole life? Were you overweight your whole life? Like,
My sister likes to think I was a toothpick.
she was. I'm so gonna insert pictures. It's just a little tiny thing.
Well, that's blackmail.
I want to insert
Because wait till
little
you
tiny
see my
thing.
little kid photos. I looked
Big old glasses.
at the birth control
I'm just kidding.
glasses.
I was the bigger
Man.
sister. It's okay. We just clown on each other. It's a lot of love. I'm like the big old glasses.
I was the ugly
She had the
sister
Coke
growing
bottle
up.
glasses. Like,
I was
you know.
very much the ugly sister growing up. Like, I was the one that nobody wanted to talk to or hang out
No,
with.
she's always
No.
been so beautiful.
No, I
she
had
was
friends.
really quirky though, and just a little to herself. I would tell her all I
Very
remember was
shy.
you sitting in the room eating hot Cheetos and watching TV and being a little sick, and I'd be like, this bitch, how is she so tiny? Like, I don't understand. She's eating hot Cheetos. I'd be like, oh, if she can eat like that, I can eat. That's how I'm gonna lose weight. Let me try the hot Cheeto diet. It did not work for me. Okay.
No, terrible diet. Okay, so I was skinny. I was also very unhealthy skinny. I was in modeling when I was in middle school, and it was very unhealthy. Pretty much starved myself. I didn't drink water. I didn't realize how important water was for the body. It was really bad. And then when I got to a point to where I was getting better, I overate, and so I did pack on some weight too. So my weight kind of fluctuated.
I'm like your left foot. I'm just kidding. Where?
No, it really did.
But I get it. When you're used to being a
things-
certain size your whole life, even if you gain 5 pounds, it's a difference. So it hits you whoa, this is not my size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things kind of took a turn whenever I moved in with my dad in high school. It was my sophomore year, or the summer before my sophomore year. Moved in with him. I did start working at 14. I'm not going to name the company.
Yeah, me too. Same company.
Paid under the table, but they were absolutely amazing to me. They were like family. But between working and constantly, I would walk to work every single day. And then whenever I went to high school, I did join the drill team. And so I was constantly active. I was then in high school, yes, because I was so active. But it wasn't until after I had my first daughter. That one wasn't, I had preeclampsia with her. I ended up gaining 86 pounds, going from 135 pounds.
Okay.
So that would have
I
been.
did not know that you gained that much. I've never realized
Yeah, that being said, I did gain a lot of weight, and I had to work to get it off, but it was a little bit easier because I was in my I literally had just turned 20 when I had her. Fast forward to when I had my tiny one, about 5 years ago. That one was a little bit harder, and I gained a lot of weight with her as well. That was really difficult to lose. I worked hard at the gym for an entire year and dieted like crazy, and I could not drop any weight. I will say I did start a program called B-Shred. I'm gonna give them a shout out because that I only did 15-minute HIIT workouts on that, and I dropped a lot of weight doing that. Then I kind of got
booty too, yeah.
yeah. Then I kind of got happy. We moved into a newer home. Things were changing, and I started gaining that happy weight, and didn't kind of realize that I had gained a lot of weight until my daughter's father's wedding. Said his wife Zinnia is one of my best friends. But it wasn't until I saw those photos
They were like, oh my god.
in her wedding that I was like, good lord.
Oh, which I think you look amazing. But
I
I
yeah.
get it. I get it.
I
think
could
you
tell
look
I had
amazing.
gained a
So
lot of
stunning.
weight. So that's when I was kind of like, okay, I have to start making changes. Well, then my sister had already been on her health kick journey and lifting weights for what, about a year, 2 years now?
Yeah, about a year.
And
Well, now I'm almost 5 years in, but you were talking about at the time.
yeah. And she just really, really inspired me, seeing how big of a change it made to her body, like, and not just that, but I also feel like it did wonders for
More confident.
yes, your confidence. You know, she's so freaking sweet, and I feel like she was kind of a pushover, like, you know, she would give anything to anybody. We all are kind of like that, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like she was a lot more quiet about the things that would hurt her because of how she just never wanted to hurt anybody's feelings, and I feel like that also made a huge difference. Like, you
It
finally
did.
made boundaries.
Learn how to to have healthy boundaries and to stand up for myself.
Yeah,
and
nothing bad.
to speak my
still
mind, or
the same
speak my
person.
truth. Yeah.
Still would do anything in the world for
Thank
anybody.
you.
But I feel like you have learned to, you know, okay, we're not crossing this. You know, like, I've already given you enough. That's it.
And a lot of that was through your coaching, though, too. Like, I mean, I know that I got a lot of confidence, and I gained a lot of confidence from losing weight. I think that naturally comes with it. But, I mean, I learned so much, too, just from you and being like, don't let me, like, you were always telling me, like, quit letting people walk all over you, quit. You know, or if I'd be upset about something and I'd tell you, and I'd be like, don't tell anybody, like, this should be me. Or you'd be like, you need to say something. I'm like, no. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit more open. I do love people. I naturally
She
love
loves everybody.
everybody.
And you'll give anybody anything.
Yes.
I really like this top, by the way.
You're not getting that one. That being said, wow, we got way off
That's okay.
subject. I'm so sorry.
Scroll break.
But yeah. Oh, we both. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
It's gonna be
We
bad.
both get off track. Okay. Anyways, that being said, I had a harder time losing the weight. I didn't realize I had gained the weight back, but I did. And so then I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing weightlifting because it's working for Jessica. Like, she looks
Thank you.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I am only a little over a year into it. So I'm not a professional. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm not telling you to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm more so like taking you along on my journey with me.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who has advice for me too, I'm always an open ear. I love taking in advice.
She takes constructive criticism very well.
Very, very
We both
well,
do,
because
yeah.
I am not a perfect human being. I do not know everything that I'm doing.
Okay. Let's take a little drink break. We'll edit this out, don't worry.
I hope this
Watch, I'm gonna
works
put so
okay.
much in it. You're just thinking I'm editing it out. I'm like, I'm gonna edit it out, don't worry.
You suck. Like I said, this is only,
Your first year.
I've only been in it for a year. And at this point, I'm not really looking, I would like to tone up. Obviously, I mean, who doesn't want to tone up and gain muscle? Like, that's what I want more than anything. I'm not really looking so much to lose a whole lot of weight. Like, if I lost 21 pounds when I started this.
Mhm.
And then I ended up gaining like 10 pounds back. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a setback at first. I was like, what the hell just happened? But then in the same sense, I have to remember I am lifting weights, so obviously I'm going to gain a lot of muscle as well. I'm sure it's not all due to that. I love food.
We love
It's
it.
not a
We're
problem.
passionate about food.
Don't mess with my food. I do love food, and that's probably my only downfall really is the food, because I like to overindulge sometimes, not all the time. Weekdays I'm pretty strict with myself. I'll follow my diet, but it's the weekends when I get together with my sisters or my friends, and I'm like,
Let's have a couple drinks.
let's
and
go
eat a
ahead and
little
have some
bit.
drinks and eat. And I love to drink. I also
Yes.
love to drink. I love beer, and I love liquor.
Yes,
So,
yes. But we also want to like show you guys that you can have health and fitness with living life as well. I think that was such a turn on for me with a lot of diets and things that I tried before was the diet part of it. Because I like to have chips and queso, and I love salsa, and I love steaks, and I love burgers, and I want some fries, and I want some alcohol sometimes.
well, you
If I
know,
can't have-
Brandy and Taylor, they always say it's all about balance,
It really is.
right?
Yeah.
So you work out so that way you can enjoy
Live life, yeah. Yes, and that's
what
what
you want to
I tell
enjoy.
her all the time. I've learned
Obviously-
how to manipulate my food to stay
Yes.
within my calories And that's what, I mean, I don't want her to be like on a super strict diet. I didn't even count calories in the beginning. I just got into strength training. I was like, I'm gonna take this as like baby steps. I'm gonna do this for sure. Like this time I'm sticking with it. But then now I've learned how to manipulate my food and make sure that I stay within my calories to like get as lean as I've gotten. But I still live life. I still live life, you guys.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah. At this point, I feel like it's more along the lines like I'm doing it for my mental health, and emotionally because, gosh, I cringe when I think of some of the breakdowns that I had in the past. But if that's about like finding your happiness, and I have broken through so many barriers, and I've made so many changes, and this really this weightlifting has changed so much in my life. And so
It's like
now I'm
therapy
like,
now, right?
yes, it is, man. If I miss a day, it's not like I'm hard on myself. I don't try to be too hard on myself because we get busy. We're working, you know.
We all live life.
We have children. We're mothers, wives, whatever, you know. So we're all extremely, and if not either, life just in general is busy.
Yes.
You know, and there's gonna be days that you're gonna wake up and you're like, I can't do it today. You know.
Today, Linda.
But I have noticed if I miss a day, I feel a bit off. Like, I don't have that natural, like, pump of energy and that serotonin. You know, I just feel like it does so much for your mental health, emotionally, and then also physically. Like, I feel so much stronger. I still get out of breath walking from one end of my house to the other. But
that's just because we get so excited.
Yeah.
We're
like, the liquor, we'll go into the kitchen to the liquor.
Out of breath. That was took a lot to make that drink.
I'm just kidding. So, again, this is not really so much me being like, this is what you need to do. I'm just bringing you along.
Yeah, we're not doctors. We're not. You always seek advice from your medical professional.
Yeah, I'm just bringing you along for my journey.
So let's talk about what kind of content we're gonna be making.
So I like to be bougie on a budget.
Yes.
I'm cheap as
So
hell.
try on
I don't
hauls.
like to
We'll
say
do some
cheap as
try on
hell.
hauls.
I like to look extremely professional and very dressed up, but I also like to look a little sexy at the same time. If you look confident, you feel confident, you know?
Yeah. I know that a lot of you guys have requested at-home workouts, so that's something that we're definitely going to be doing is at-home workouts. We're also just going to be doing like mommy vlogs, day in a life vlogs, and some stuff will be separate, but a lot of stuff will be together.
You'll see some of our sisters, I'm sure. It's because we do tend to hang out a lot on the weekends.
That's going to conclude today's video. Wait, is that right? No, this is going to be the end of today's video. That is going to wrap up today's video.